What's going on, guys? Drone Dogs here. Welcome back to the channel. Alright guys, today in this little case here, I got something pretty interesting. I got something that you usually don't see. This is pretty rare for a drone in this price point. Go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, because we hitting you with the bangers. Let's get into it, man. This is a drone that's underneath $100. It has optical flow. It has 1080p camera that you can adjust from the transmitter. It has obstacle avoidance. What else does it have? You guys are probably saying, we've seen all that before on a cheap drone, but what does this have that usually don't see? That's pretty rare. This thing has brushless motors, you guys. Now that's pretty rare on a drone that's underneath $100. This thing is $99 on Amazon. But if you click the coupon, you at the time of this video, you get this thing 50% off. So you get this bad boy for 50 bucks. Now that's rare. Let's get into this video. Let's get it. Smash the like button. Let's go. Sheesh. It's kind of breezy. This is going to be a real test of this bad boy today, guys. So today we got the HYG toys. All right. It's a foldable drone underneath 249 grams, guys. You don't have to worry about registering it or none of that crap here, at least in the US. It's very lightweight. Comes with 2 batteries. We're gonna do a quick unboxing on the fly. Kind of windy out here. So of course you got documentation. You want to go through the documentation. It goes over the transmitter and everything that it does. This thing does have obstacle avoidance. You do have a quick, what I like to call a cheat sheet for your app. QR code to scan to get the app. The app is the Wi-Fi UAV app. And of course you do get a little goodie bag with a spare set of propellers, micro USB charger, and a Phillips screwdriver. The micro USB charger is to charge the batteries. You get 2 batteries with these bad boys, or with this bad boy. The battery is 3.7 volt 2000 milliamp hour battery. Now I'm not sure the flight time that you're supposed to get, but you get 2. Here is the controller. Controller is laid out, looks pretty decent. Here's your obstacle avoidance button. Obstacle avoidance is only to be used indoors. So if you're flying indoors, it uses an infrared sensor here on the top of the drone. So when an infrared sensor breaks or hits something, it lets the drone know, hey, there's an obstacle in the way. And it's not going to really work outside because infrared sensors get affected by sunlight. So if your drone is not working outside, it's because it doesn't work outside. It's made to be used indoors for obstacle avoidance. But with that being said, this is a brushless drone, guys. I really don't recommend a brushless drone indoors unless you're like in a big open area, gymnasium or something like that, auditorium, because these are powerful motors. If you hit something or hit someone, it's gonna hurt, guys. Keep that in mind. But with that being said, you got your obstacle avoidance on and off button. You have headless mode, 1 key return. This is not a GPS bird. Just keep that in mind. So that 1 key return is just gonna make the drone fly in reverse. It's not gonna make it come back and land or none of that. You have automatic takeoff, automatic land. You have emergency stop. You have a photo and video button. You have a fine tune button, so which means you press this button in and you can trim it if the quadcopter is floating off. You have the ability to adjust the camera from the remote. That's kind of rare for a drone at this price point, as well with the brushless motors. You have a 360 flip button, and you also have a speed switch, and this thing has 3 speed modes: low speed, medium speed, high speed, guys. So now let's get into the drone. Of course, it's that kind of Mavic-ish or Mavic Mini-ish looking. It's actually larger than a Mini, but it feels lighter than a Mini, in my opinion. I have to weigh it. This thing feels really lightweight, but when it folds out to a relative. Sorry, my neighbor down there cutting his grass. So when this thing folds out, it folds out to a relatively large or larger sized drone, decent sized drone. And I am really impressed that you get brushless motors on a drone this cheap, guys. It has some little eyes up front or LED lights. Here is your obstacle avoidance sensor here placed on top. Now I'm not sure if you can take this off or not. I haven't tried, but you do have the ability, like I said, to turn it on and off. And we're not going to be testing it because we're flying outdoors here today. So this is going to be a quick test flight of how this thing performs in this gust of wind. You have your optical flow camera here underneath. From what I can see, there is no SD card, so keep in mind this is going to be Wi-Fi 1080p back to your phone, so there's going to be some frame dropping, some glitchings, stuff like that, but in a drone at this price point, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm not going to do too much jabber jar, guys. That's not really too much to be said. Here's your battery bay. Like I said, no SD card slot. Here's your camera, and it is adjustable from the transmitter, so don't have to worry about manually adjusting it. That's pretty decent for a drone at this price point. You got some LED indicators here on the arm, as well as the lights here, and some in the rear as well, you guys. So that being said, let's go ahead and get this bad boy hooked up on your dig, so we can go ahead and get this bad boy in for a flight. Make sure you connect that right. So pretty cool, guys. Try to hurry up and briefly go through that. Didn't want to talk you guys' ear off too much. Oh, FPV phone mount. You press this up, FPV phone mount, put your phone in there, power switch there, okay? So with that being said, you guys, turn on the drone. Get the drone on. I can't even power switch. Okay, you double press it. Double press down on the power button. Okay. Bound. Put this in this little doohickey here, so phone fits in the mount. I think we're gonna do both joysticks in. That calibrates it, level calibration, you guys. All right. I'm not even gonna worry about doing a screen recording here. We're just gonna go right into the app. But before we get into the app, guys, what do we gotta do? We gotta turn on our Wi-Fi settings, or get into our Wi-Fi settings, and find the Wi-Fi from the drone. The drone is Flow 8K. That's the signal that the drone puts out. It's pretty breezy here, guys. This is gonna be a true test. All right, so we're connected to the drone's Wi-Fi. Now the app for this is the Wi-Fi UAV app. Okay, so let's click start. Okay, so here we are, Wi-Fi UAV app, and we are connected, guys. I'm not even gonna play around with it. I'm gonna jump right into the higher rate. It's pretty breezy. Third rate, because I don't want this thing to blow off on me. Let's go ahead and, I apologize, the lawnmower is really loud. Let's go ahead and start the recording. Recording started, you heard it ding. And let's do automatic takeoff. Ooh, it hit the basketball court. It got started getting blown away right away. That's why I said I wanted to be right in this high rate. I'm trying to see if the optical flow is gonna catch. There it is. It took a second. It took a second there. I'm not touching anything. You can see I'm right in front of the drone there. Not touching anything, guys. Look at that. So it is catching, but you see it kind of nicked the basketball court when it took off there. Kind of nicked it, but it's holding its position there. That's pretty impressive. We are in the third speed rate though. So we're not going to be able to test low rate or medium rate because it's just quite breezy here today, guys. We do have the ability to adjust the camera. That's all the way up, and it's going all the way down. How far can we go? We can go pretty far down. Almost to the ground. So that's furthest down we can go right there. Almost to look at the ground. So let's bring this camera back up. I'm not touching anything. Right now it's all holding its position on its own. That was kind of funny that it hit the basketball court there. We got a minute, 20 seconds of recording. Pretty breezy here, guys. So let's just fly this bad boy around. Oh, let's try a 360 flip. Okay, so it does do a flip. Okay, back flip too. Okay, all directional flips with the bad boy. Whenever you've seen a little Mavic looking thing do a flip. So no GPS or nothing like that, guys. I wouldn't go too far with this thing. And plus we are in the neighborhood, so within the neighborhood you're gonna have a lot more interference with like Wi-Fi and stuff like that, just because you're in the neighborhood. That's just how it is. So don't expect to go too far with this thing. Look at the breeze, it's catching it. breeze is getting on it. And it's holding its own. I know y'all hear that wind noise. Watch out for that tree, Tarzan. Okay. So just think about what you're getting here, guys, for 50 bucks. It's advertised at $100, but at the time of this video, it's $50. You're getting a drone with brushless motor that folds up. You're getting a carry case. You're getting 2 batteries. You're getting obstacle avoidance if you choose to use it. It flips. You're getting a lot for the price. Oh man. And it's that battery. Look, that battery is already done. So you're getting telemetry inside the transmitter as well. I think this is a faulty battery, guys, because I charged it fully and look, it's already to flight with that. And I didn't fully charge the other battery, guys. Let me stop this recording as well. So that's unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to let the other battery fully charge because I think this one is faulty. It can't be that full flight time of this bad boy. Go ahead and hit the land. I'll just short press the land button. It's slowly coming down on its own. Okay. So yeah, short flight of this. We're gonna have to get this other battery charged up. At least they give you 2 batteries, or maybe that's just the flight time, but I think it flies longer. This might be a faulty battery, guys. Quick flight of this bad boy. I'm gonna go and charge the other battery. We're gonna come back out and give this bad boy another shot. All right, guys, so we are back. I apologize about that. It is still pretty windy out, so I went ahead and popped the second battery in here. You do get 2 batteries. It did say that first battery was fully charged, but hey, I did put that first battery back on the charger. Maybe that was a fluke, but I knew we should get more than 3 or 4 minutes of flight time out of this bad boy. But this is the second battery that I got charged up, so let's go ahead and get this flight going. So you double press on the power button, up, down on the joysticks, down the inboard, calibrate it on a level surface. Let's go ahead and get my phone in the phone mount. Same process as before, guys. Get to the Wi-Fi settings of this bad boy. Turn on the Wi-Fi. Flow 8K is where we're going to connect to, is what it say, even though this is not an 8K drone. I don't know why they say that, guys. You guys know how they are. Wi-Fi UAV is the app. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and click into the high rate again, because last time we smacked the basketball pole. Hopefully we don't do that again here today or in a minute or so. Start the recording, or start the app. FPV feed, you guys, and it's pretty breezy. And you can see it was holding when we took off with the first battery. Ding, recording started. We got a red timer counting down. Let's see. Highest rate and automatic takeoff. So I'm not gonna press anything. I'm gonna see if this optical flow can catch itself right away. And look at that. I'm not touching anything. So look. I mean, considering for what you're paying, guys, you're getting a brushless drone with optical flow that does work. Let me lift it up. You can see it's breezy. Look at the tree. So you can see it's breezy. You can see the camera bouncing around because there is no gimbal or nothing. So that's a con, but you got to keep price point in mind. Like I said, this is pretty impressive that you got brushless motors and optical flow that actually works. This thing is holding pretty good. We're approaching a minute of recording, 55 seconds of recording here. So let's see if this battery lasts longer than the other battery. Let's try a flip. Nice powerful flip here. And I told you that obstacle avoidance will not work with the when you're outdoors, guys. So keep that in mind as well. So we're just gonna try to cruise this bad boy around in the wind. It's breezy. This is a true test for this bad boy. You guys can see me there. You got the ability to adjust the camera. So I did show that to you guys. So lightweight drone. I didn't weigh it. I didn't look at the item description, but this thing, trust me, it's lighter than my Mavic Mini. So it's well underneath 249 grams. You don't have to worry about registering it in the US at least. Some countries, anything with a camera on it, you gotta register it. But this one here in the US, you're good, guys. Try to make sure my camera angle is right as we fly around. And I think it's cool, you got the ability to adjust it from the transmitter, so you don't have to manually adjust it like most cheaper drones. And this thing got brushless motor, guys. Like I said, I wouldn't think the range is too great. There's no GPS or return to home like that, so just keep in mind you're still going off that Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz. So especially within a neighborhood like mine, there's a lot of Wi-Fi and all that stuff. So this is lightweight, so I don't want to go too high on such a breezy day. Got a car coming. Let me get out the street. You see the car coming? Ooh, a couple cops going past. Must be some action in the neighborhood. I can't see it. I don't want to go too far, but I just seen a couple police roll past. Maybe we might catch something on the drone. Get something going down in the hood. Get something going down. Ooh. It's getting quite breezy there. That's the thing. When it starts to get too windy, you want to start to lower it, because a drone like this, the higher it goes, the more wind. And if you are a beginner, I definitely don't recommend taking your drone out on a day like this. Even with the obstacle avoidance and optical flow and all that stuff, it's still, without GPS, it's still not going to be rock solid. You can see it's still trying to fight to stabilize itself. Look at that, see, that's all the drone just getting blown away. And I have to kind of just stabilize it myself. It's rocking a lot. Yeah, a lot of rockets going on. And I think that's a lot of with the optical flow trying to stabilize itself as well. Bring this bad boy down a little bit lower here. Yeah, see, it's a little wonky there. The wind gets on it. I'm trying to let it stabilize itself as it gets lower here. Keeps wanting to go to one way. Look at that. See if it stabilizes itself. Like, you gotta let go of the stick, and it takes about 5 or 6 seconds to stabilize itself. That's why the drone is kind of like, you see it kind of like acting wonky when I let it go. It's trying to stabilize itself. There we go. So once you let go of the sticks, then the optical flow kind of like tries to stabilize itself, but it takes a few seconds. So it does work, just keep in mind. But when you start to give it command and you start to fly around, and yes, this battery, so that first battery was a fluke, guys, because we've been flying 5.5 minutes on this battery. So that first battery, I don't know, it wasn't fully charged, or maybe just a bad dead cells in that first battery, but at least we get 2 batteries. So I'm happy we do get a decent flight time. Okay, it's flying good now. It was flying a little bit wonky once that optical flow was trying to stabilize itself and catch. And like I said, it's a super lightweight drone. See, I'll show you. I'll get over here in the open area, let go. Takes a second, and then it realizes that I have let go, and then it kind of catches itself. See there? Ooh, just flipped my camera up. I want to flip my phone up. You see there? It's holding up there. Once it realized I have let go of the sticks, 6.5 minutes of recording, guys. Pretty decent. So I definitely want to check out that other battery and make sure that that wasn't just a bad battery. So So nice front yard flyer, guys. Powerful brushless motor, so it's able to handle the breeze and wind and stuff. Just fly within your means. You know what I'm saying? Get used to flying. I got a little bit of skills of flying, so I'm able to control this thing and this type of breeze and stuff like that. But when it gets to blowing up, like now, it's starting to gust up. Not a bad flower, guys. Not at all. And keep in mind, there's no SD card, so there will be probably some frame dropping, skipping and stuff. I'm periodically looking down at the Wi-Fi feed as I fly. Doesn't look too bad. Looks typical Wi-Fi, 1080p. Getting a good flight out of this battery. Yeah, that first battery was definitely a fluke. And this is what you do, guys, with a nice little cheap drone like this. This is a beginner learn to fly drone that happens to have brushless motors, so it has a lot going for it for the price point, but still a beginner learn to fly drone. You don't want to try to send it out miles and go too crazy far. You just want to get out and enjoy your drone, have fun, and learn to fly relatively cheap. That's what this is aimed at. We're approaching 9 minutes of recording. Trying to get an idea of what kind of flight time we will get here, but I didn't want to have you guys out here too long. So I imagine we're gonna get at least 10 minutes, at least, of solid flying. We got 9 minutes, 20 seconds of recording. Ooh, got a little wonky there. So you can see, once you get used to it, it's a smooth flyer, guys. So even though the battery's not there yet, I imagine we got 9 minutes, 40 seconds, so we're gonna get 10 to 15 minutes of flight time on this battery, is what I will imagine, on a good, solid charged battery. So let's go ahead and stop this recording here. I'm gonna let it stabilize, or try to. Okay, see, it caught itself, it stabilized. 10 minutes of recording. I'm gonna stop this recording. If I can see, don't hit that tree. I almost hit the tree there. So we got 10 minutes of solid recording. Still no low battery or nothing like that. Look at that, solid. See if it stabilizes itself. I'm not touching anything. Look at that. So, a little rocky there, but like I said, it's not GPS, it's optical flow. So let's go ahead and hit the automatic land button. Nice little flower, guys. There you go. HYG toys. Those 1080p. I don't know what the model number is, but it'll be in the description of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel. I'm your boy, Drones the Dogs. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.